All right, for example 3, we're going to do the same thing. We have to hammer it out first. So as I read, I see that free earlobes, once again, are dominant. So I know that I'm going to represent this with a capital letter. And that means my attached earlobes are once again going to be represented by a lowercase letter. Then it says a man and a woman who both have attached earlobes. So again, whenever you see both, it means my parents are exactly the same, have attached earlobes. So we need to figure out, if they both have attached earlobes, what do they look like? So let's go back and figure out what our key is. Free earlobes are capital. I'm going to go ahead and use a big E again, and then our attached is going to be lowercase. Remember that you could use whatever letter you want here as long as they're the same type of letter. I'm just using E's because they look distinctly different in their capital and lowercase form so that I don't get confused. Now it says that both of my parents have attached earlobes. Well, attached earlobes are recessive. There's only one way to see a recessive phenotype, and that's to have 2 lowercase letters. So I know that both of my parents are little e, little e. So let's go ahead and fill in our Punnett square. I have little e, little e, little e, little e. So the way that I'm going to do my cross, whatever's on top, I'm going to bring it in. Whatever's on the side, I'm going to bring it in. So this Punnett square is going to be, or in this quadrant, it's going to be little e, little e. Again here, little e, little e, little e, little e, and then one last time. Now before I move on, I want to figure out what my phenotypes look like. So my phenotypes with 2 little e's, it's going to be attached. And I know that both of these are going to be attached. Same thing here, attached, because they're both 2 little e's. Now let's see if we can answer some questions. Number 1 says, what are the possible genotypes of the offspring? Genotype, I'm asking for genes again, so I'm going to write that down so that I don't get confused. What are my possible genotypes for the offspring? Well, the thing is, for this question, it's pretty simple. I only have one option. These parents are only capable of making babies that are little e, little e. So what is the probability or the likelihood of getting each one of these genotypes? Well, getting little e is 100%, which means that it's not probable to get anything else. What are the possible phenotypes of your offspring? Possible phenotypes, there's only one. All of our babies are exactly the same. All of them will have attached earlobes. And then lastly, what is the expected ratio of free to attached? The expected ratio of free, so let's look. How many free earlobes do I have? It has to have a capital E, it's 0. So it's going to be 0. No boxes have big E's in them. How many boxes have little e's? All of them, so all 4. So it should be 0 to 4. And there's your answer for example number 3.